Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Chat and Soothe. I'm so happy to see you guys again. I know it's been a while and I've been in my space contemplating, reflecting, and ready to share some things or co-create with you guys because it's always whoever's coming, whoever's here. I start, you know how it goes. I start hearing things or feeling things, and it's all of us together accessing this consciousness, this one mind together. So I appreciate you being here and participating with me. Let's rub our palms. You know how we go. So you get yourself in the center. This is not a throwaway. This is how we start. You're warming up your whole being, just tuning into yourself, becoming in the present moment. Feel this heat and then put a little pressure. Press your palms together. Bring the thumbs to the sternum or your heart center and just close your eyes if you're not driving. Bring yourself into this centered present moment. And feel this as a little gift to yourself. It's taking a little bit of time to bring presence, awareness, love, harmony, order, and start to drop in. Allow your awareness to expand into the space that you're in. And just notice what you notice. Do you hear anything? Do you sense anything? Using your energetic feelers. What does the energy, what does the space feel like? Even starting to open up your inner senses. In your mind's eye, can you picture the room around you? Think about what's behind you, what's beside you, on both sides, what's in front of you, above you, below you. Just activating yourself. And bringing your awareness a little closer to your body, your physical being. Notice what you notice right around your body. What does the air feel like? Can you feel your clothes on your skin? What are you noticing there? And bringing your awareness a little more inward to your breath. Just observing, how's your breath flowing in this moment? Can you smooth it out? Just a little. Can you slow it down? Tuning into that flow of life, the energy moving through you, as you, all around you. And again, in your inner awareness, activating those inner senses, we are going to witness the most beautiful sunrise. So within you, in your inner screen of space, have the experience of standing in front of the most beautiful sunrise. Take it all in. Activate as much as you can. What are you hearing? What do you smell? What do you feel? Tuning into that frequency of radiance, beauty, magnetism, light, pure light. Possibilities. And as you are standing there in first person, witnessing the sunrise, standing there in your imagination, and also you're connected to yourself here, sitting or standing wherever you are in the physical reality, merging those two things, you're going to use your breath and your awareness to draw that energy of the sun into your physical body, into your imaginary body and your physical body, obviously at the same time. So slow, deep breath into the heart center, draw that light, that energy in, fill yourself up, suspend the breath like a mini heart at your sun at your heart center, expand it through your physical being, and as you exhale, send it through the crown like a fountain all around you, sparkling light. Again, inhaling the light of the sun into the heart center. Suspend the breath, expand it through your physical being, through all your being. And as you exhale, sending it through the crown like a fountain, nice and big, 360 degrees, sparkling all around you. Bless yourself, bless your space, inhaling into the heart center. Take that light of the sun, suspend the breath, expand it through your being, radiating beyond your physical being as you exhale, sending the light through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Returning to an easy breath with your eyes closed, noticing what you notice. Feel that energy moving within you and all around you. Taking one more deep breath. Suspend the breath, rub your palms again, keeping the eyes closed. Get some heat, get some light in your hands. You can cup the palms over your eyes or in front of your face and exhale. Hold the breath out, no air for a moment, empty. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Say to yourself, inwardly or out loud, everything I need is within me. And as you exhale, floating the palms down, you can flutter your eyes open into the space, a brand new baby. So, again, look at how simple that is, okay? Back to basics, like usual, here we are, the regular cast of characters. Back to basics. Again, I think what I want to talk about is just remembering to do the things that we know how to do, to apply what we know, because I noticed that it is still very, I don't want to say easy or hard, these kinds of words, but I noticed that getting lulled into the illusion is, it happens, you know, we fall into amnesia. And yeah, so when that happens, what are you going to do? Who are you going to be? And so when we are going back to basics, we know that what we have to start with is our concept of self. So again, if we have been, I don't want to say forgetting about this, but if we haven't been truly focusing upon this or defining it even, the concept of self, I know we know what this is. I know everyone that's listening has heard me say it, has heard other people say it, but what is it really? Because if you truly know who you are or what you're saying after I am, then the reactions or the reactions to anything that is happening in this world, you're not really going to react, because it's truly just when you're confident in that, when you've got it defined, when you know who you are, when that's what you're focused upon within yourself, whatever is showing up, those are the lenses that you're seeing it through. So if you know what that is and you're good with it. I mean, look, there's always going to be stuff that we don't know that's unconscious, right? That comes up. But that's our clue to go where? back to the concept of that is our foundation. The foundation is what you're saying about yourself. So when something comes up out there, or someone says something about you, or is reflecting something back to you, and you are reacting, or you're internally or externally, we're all very aware. So the external reaction, I think a lot of us have learned to mitigate that most of the time. Sometimes, we react, and whatever, it's not a big deal. Nothing is a big deal. Any kind of reaction that we have is what? Pointing is like our own indicator, our own alarm system, whatever that is, to be like, ding, 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 something's going on here. I've forgotten who I am. Or my concept of self is like, I haven't thought about it. I'm not really thinking about it. And it's not that you got to be thinking about it all the time, but you got to think about it enough that it's solidly there and nothing really shakes you if you know who you are. So if something does shake you, again, training ourselves in the way that we're excited about that. We're excited about that because that reveals something to us that we can shift. So it's like, I always use this example of, if you know who you are, like my name's Jody, and somebody is like, hey, Jordy, or hey, Delisa. I'm like, it's Jody. And they're like, okay, Jordy. And you're like, yeah, okay, like, it's Jody. But like, I don't care that much, like, I know my name is Jody. Like, it's okay. Even if they kept calling me, remember I told that story a long time ago, and the girl really thought my name was Brittany, actually. Store, and she always, like, I felt bad to tell her because she kept calling me Brittany, but like, I don't care, really. When you know who you are, if someone else gets it wrong, you don't care. That's where I want you to be. It's like, you don't care. And if you do care, you're like, that's me. That's something in me I need to get more defined on my concept. I obviously am not that clear on my concept of self. Or I'm like, I'm wanting someone else to reassure my concept of self. I want someone else to, tell me who I am or reflect it back to me. And guess what? They will. But if you're not really solidly in it, and you're somewhere subconsciously or consciously looking for this approval out there, or this reinforcement about your concept of self, you're gonna get shown some stuff that's gonna wobble you. Or you're once again, you're always dependent on something out there to tell you who you are. And that's how most people are living, is dependent on something out there to tell them who they are, whatever that is. So that's why I'm saying, if you can, first of all, know what's the big one. Consciousness is the only reality. There's only one. Okay? We know that. But again, look, we're all here separate. We're all here, different beings. So that's weird. Okay? So like, we're in the illusion right away. We're in the illusion right away. Okay? And so then that's why we keep looking for this external confirmation to tell us who we are, which it is going to reflect back who you are. But the way that most people are doing it is not knowing, and then looking for the reflection, and then keep going back and forth. And it's all muddy. It's all kind of, sometimes you get a hit, sometimes you don't. And then it's like it's confused, and then we keep, like, I still notice, we keep looking for, waiting on, remember this one, waiting on them. I'm going to wait and see what they're going to say. No, you're not. You're not going to wait and see what they're going to say. You're going to decide who you are, and as that being, what kinds of conversations, or what do people say to you because you're this being. You don't have to prove it to anybody. You don't have to, nothing. So that's all you got to do. That's all you got to practice. And so if you're getting some weird convo or feedback, or you're like starting to go a little weird in your head, or you hear yourself out loud starting to go a little bit weird, you just got to train yourself, like, where is this coming from? This is coming from a frustration or whatever, usually a frustration in somebody doesn't know who I am. Oh, guess who the somebody is? Me. Because if I did, I wouldn't care. I mean, you care a little bit. Okay, I understand in partnerships and stuff. I get it. I get it. You care a little bit. But the only place to go to receive that is back within yourself. So once it goes all, if it goes a little, devolves a little bit there, and then somebody can put the put the pause on, or say, I don't think anything positive is coming out of this outcome or this, conversation right now. And because, especially thankfully, if you're in partnership and you have this same language together, what a blessing. Because at least when someone says something that is kind of like, hey, we're in unconsciousness, the other one may get mad, but they can't get too mad because they do know, like you all know. So when someone says it, you can get a little pissed because you're like, yeah, but I just want to get my point in or whatever, but that's okay. But then you do know. So we got to keep reminding ourselves, like, okay, it really is just, I don't know. It's just, you can do whatever you want. Like I always say, okay, but why do you want to clean up more mess? Like, why do you want to have more stuff to talk about or clear up or whatever, instead of just creating and enjoying together? Why are you creating more mess to kind of go through? It's fine because it brings clarity. But once you know, like, what are you doing? You already know. So if you get triggered or whatever, or you want them, whoever's them, I'm saying in partnership, but it can be your boss, it can be your friend, it can be a family member. You want them to see what you're saying, okay? Like, okay, first of all, you want them to acknowledge who you are, that you're this, you're so smart, or you're this, or you're so creative and brilliant, or whatever it is, okay? So are you that? Are you being that? If you really were that, you don't care that, oh, well, people can only accept, believe, and allow things that are equal to their state of being, okay? So they're not getting it, all right? Just like what another one that I like to say, you want them to be a bird and they're a fish. Like a fish can only be a fish, it can't be a bird. So it's okay, you just accept that they're a fish. But also I will say, if you do want them to be a bird, where do you gotta go make them a bird? You're not there being like, come on, fish, you can fly. You gotta go experience them there. You gotta go within you and see them that way. So I don't have any idea where this is coming from, but hopefully it's landing on who needs to hear it, okay? So if you are wanting something to be accepted or recognized or whatever that is, okay? A concept, anything, but something about you that you want to be, whatever. And you see it's not going in there, or the feedback that you're getting. Step number one, who am I saying? Who do I say that I am? And if I truly am that, what is this going to prove to me that they get it, or that they say this? Okay. Is that really what I want? Because it could be, okay? I'm not going to say you can have whatever you want. If it is that, but then where do you got to go to experience that? First, you can't have anything that you don't have. So if you want that, like them acknowledging you or listening to you or whatever that is, you got to be willing to drop your practiced story about them, the gathered evidence that you have that says they're this and that and the other. So you got to be willing to drop that. And then you go within, and super easy. Look, you guys know all the stuff. We can go through all the little details and lots of steps, but why? This is all you need to know. What would imply that is done? What would imply that they said that? What would imply that they're getting it? What would I see? What would I feel? What would I hear? What would I experience if this person or these people or this thing happened? That's it. Then you define that, super simple. What would imply that this is done? And then you go and craft a little thing. You can write it. You don't need to write it. Neville, I've been listening to a lot of stuff as usual. Probably listening to Faith is Your Fortune again. And Neville didn't write anything down. Neville did everything, mentally, which is, I'm not saying what's right or wrong. Some people are more visual. Some people need to write it. I like to write things just because I feel like it's an anchor that I can see and that I can remind myself. So if I go off on some, I get off in the weeds or whatever, I'm off in the ocean, I can pull myself back into the anchor that I wrote down. This is what I said. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. Or, we have to be, okay, so I'm trying to be organized. Concept of self, big deal. Like anything going haywire, go back to that first. Who am I saying that I am right now? Who do I say that I am? Not this. I'm not doing that. You can smile. You can, do your little thing in your head, say whatever you want, smooth it over, whatever, get the heck out of there, figure it out, fix it up. Don't go back and then have some kind of argument conversation in your head for just to indulge it for 5-10 minutes, getting your points in. What is the point of that? You are then just keeping this back and forth relationship going with whoever it is. If that's what you want, that's fine. But I don't know. Is that what you want? Or you want to be seen? You want to be heard? Okay. So you go back, you reassess, you do that again. Then you got to think, okay, what is truly wanted here? And what would imply that that is done? And then you could write that out. You could practice the scene. Yeah. So first, step one, always foundation. Oh yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that. I didn't really check in with myself. I had no intention or focus today about me, like my concept of myself. Or maybe you did your morning tune in, your morning breath, your morning practices. Everyone here that I see has a practice. So whatever you're doing, remember that. Just at the end of whatever you're doing, just claim it, just feel it, just embody it. Be whatever it is you're saying, catch the feeling. What does that mean to you? How does that person, what's the tone of voice? Every detail you can extrapolate it to many things. The tone of the voice. How does my face, is my face tense? Is it relaxed? Is it smiley? Is it straight? Whatever. Like, how do I move? Am I tense in my body? So why you're doing that is because then you've set it kind of like, okay, remember, and then throughout the day, as you become more and more aware of yourself and everything, you can catch yourself. You'd be like, oh no, I'm moving all stiff, or like my face is scowled, or my tone, woo, I had a little tone there. That's not the tone of someone who's, carefree and having a lot of fun or whatever. I don't know what your state of being is you're saying, or who you claim to be. Free, whatever, like that's not the tone of that. You're just teaching yourself. And then it becomes seamless. Like this is a lot of work in the front end, because then as you go, it's like easier and easier. You're catching it. And you catch yourself quicker. And then again, it's not such a cleanup. And so then again, if you're getting feedback, it's okay, I gotta go reassess, reevaluate. Then I'm going to see what is it that I truly want. Because again, people will tell me stuff and I'm like, yeah, is that really what you want? Like, is that the end thing though? Like, that the actual like big scene picture sort of? You want a text message, or you want a compliment, or you want, I don't know. Is that really what I want? You to go deeper on what that is. You want to be acknowledged, or you want to be, accepted, or I don't know. You want harmonious relationships. How about that? You want harmonious relationships all around you. You want conscious relationships. You want conscious communication with anyone you come in contact with. You want, like get bigger on what we're going like in the middle. And that stuff is kind of, I feel like that's the micromanaging, or that's draining sometimes. Because it's draining because you have to keep doing these little things instead of just thinking bigger about, and not limited, and being bold about what you want. And don't let your logic and don't let reason come into the boldness of what you truly want. Conscious conversations, amazing relationships, great friends, like whatever that is. You can define many of them, and then you build it into your state of being. Like, I am the person who has that, who experiences that. And so you have this little, like, reinforcement with yourself that you can practice. Then you have something to do instead of going over what was wrong or how to get your points in, or they didn't get it, or I'm strategizing over here. Like, instead of all of that, just going to yourself, who are you as the being or the person that experiences that, what it is you say you want, and be bold about it and get like clear on that. Okay, so then I'm getting to, I think, I'm trying not to be like so many points of so many things. That's why I keep repeating concept of self. And then, am I being who I say that I am? It's a repetition. We got to remember and stop going out there and using the out there reflection to wake yourself up and do what it is you need to do within yourself, and give yourself what it is that you want within. What would imply that this is true or this is done? And stop finicking around in a little middle place. It's okay. It's okay. You can do that. But what I'm saying is, it's leading me to what I really have been thinking about is either you are or you're not. That's it. Either you are or you're not. There's no like, I'm trying, I'm working on it, I'm on the path to healing. There's no path. Like, okay, maybe you're on a path, it's fine, but you're doing it. You're doing it. There's no like that. Like, what is that process? You're either successful or you're not. You're healed or you're not. Like, some people can get it. I know I'm saying it, so it plants in there and you start thinking about it, because you could claim anything within. You could claim anything. So why not claim that? Why not claim that I am? You know, like, not in a process or not in the middle. Like, that's what I'm saying about managing these little things that aren't truly what is wanted. And then as you keep claiming that, yeah, it can be scary, or yeah, it can be destabilizing, or yeah, it can be like, well, then it's because if you can claim that, then you start to hear the guy or girl or whatever it is in there that is keeping you from being that. Because you will say, I am successful. And then that thing will say, oh, no, you're not, because this. And then you're like, aha, I got you. Okay. And then you start building that in, you start claiming that, if that makes sense. You know, you are or you're not. That's it. And so when you feel yourself in that kind of, there's justifying, there's like explaining it, there's all, you know, all the little things. Well, it's because this, that, yeah. I'm not saying that this didn't happen. But I'm saying now, with the awareness that you have now in this present moment, you are or you're not. Are you or are you not? And then just claim it, and then try that on. And then if it gets uncomfortable, good. And say, why is that uncomfortable? That's what's holding me back from actually being it. Or that's what's in the way. That's what I got to reconcile. That's what I got to forgive, whatever that is. That's what I got to let go. That's what I got to chop off. That's what I got to drop like it's hot. Whatever you need to do. But that's what is going to be the thing that, yeah, will allow you, once you see that, to just embody it and be it. So if you're saying, you know, I am healed, you don't, and also like, you don't got to say it to anybody, because people will say, well, like, then I say it to people and like, say whatever. Stop about the people. Who cares about the people? Even if you said it to the people and they said something back to you, you said, yeah, I am. And then just practice that. Just be that. You don't have to say too much. We talk a little bit too much to whoever is them, using them as our judge that's already inside of ourselves. Like, that's us. We're just, remember, we put like some things out there to like act as that sort of judge for our own selves, that we are too slick and smart to do it to ourselves, but we make people out there do it to us. And then we get stuck like that. And we're like, oh, but they, like, no, that's me. I did that. And I don't want to do that anymore. So forget about it. Like, it doesn't even matter. And if you want a different version of them, again, like them, whoever is them, when you know your concept of self, when you're doing all this stuff, what would imply that that's done? You can craft a different version of it. That is easy. This is easy to do. Craft a different someone show up differently to you. That is easy. It's only because we say it's hard, or we know them for so long, or we've got gathered evidence, or whatever that is. Where the frick does that evidence live? Where is that evidence living right now? When they're not in front of you, you're not talking to them, where is the evidence living? You know exactly where it's living. In your head, in your memories. So in the same, remembering them in a certain way is the same way you could just, for fun, for a better experience in your reality, you could imagine them differently. You can make them up totally differently. Even if 2 seconds ago they were the jerk or whatever, they're being funny to you. But yeah, okay, we got a little ego stuff, we got a little hurt, we got a little whatever, that's fine. It's okay. But where's that coming from? Because we don't know who you are. Because if you knew who you are, you wouldn't get all upset about them. You'd be like, yeah, that's them. Oh, well, okay, too bad. Now what? Because they're going to be in my life, what do I want to do? Well, I want to imagine a different version of them. I don't want to keep bringing this memory of this thorn in my side, but the thorn in my side is to wake me up that I don't truly believe or embody or know who I say that I am. So if I did, I'd just be like, whatever, too bad, so sad. Or like, if it's worth it, if it's somebody that keeps your partner or family or whatever that keeps having to show up in your life, then yeah, it's worth it for you to change the version of them that is in your head, to remember them differently. And then if you want, and then they can show up differently. It is a lot of work for people to do this. I do understand why, but at the same time, it's for you. It's for you. It's for a better, smoother experience in your life, in your reality. So why wouldn't you do it? Or imagine them harmoniously out of your life. Like either one, I don't care. Nicely though, like, like only wish upon others what you wish for them, because, whatever. Best to use the things in love. So what is the most loving thing to do if you want to say, oh, just, I don't know, they harmoniously, like, yeah, they just got a clue and they went over there, and I don't know, I'm so happy for you across the country, like whatever it is, it's fine, but also know why you're doing that and what you're doing, and do it in the most loving and best way. Or you imagine a different version of them. Or here's another, I'm getting another alternative, is just imagine them not even looking for you. That's another thing. Like they're around, but like you barely talk to them. They barely look for you. They barely, they don't respond to you. It's okay. Good. That's what you want. You don't want to keep the version of them, showing up in this way and getting on your nerves. So fix yourself. I don't want to hear it. Okay. So you never have to hear it. It's not hard to do these things. It's just our willingness to do it, because a lot of our willingness is, or a lot of our thing is, we want to be right. And what do I always say? You can be right. Just know you're right. Who else has to say you're right? You. That's it. If you want to be right, I'm right. I'm right for me. I don't need to be right for anyone else. And if you need others to know you're right, where do you gotta go to experience them knowing that you're right? You have to be willing to take the time. It's like what? 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes. If you can hold your focus and catch the feeling of whatever that is, say you want to be right about something, or you want, not right, but like you want the connection with someone, and you want the acknowledgement of something that you think is important. Okay, go experience it. What would imply, you can't experience it if you can't give it to yourself, and you also don't know what would imply that that's done, So you have to think about those things if you want. I think it's fun. I think these things are a fun experiment to see what happens afterwards when you do these things. When we're willing to use our precious focus, attention, and awareness in the direction that we say we want to go. And I don't know, like, I do know for me, I want harmony in my surroundings. I want a harmonious experience. I want a harmonious world. I want a loving experience, loving people, understanding people, conscious people. That's what I want. So when I notice that someone's a little, not the sharpest knife in the drawer, I got to do a little bit of work on that if I feel like it, or I just say, I never saw them. They don't really talk to me anymore. Okay. Just whatever it is that you think that you can make peace with. But I say, make it good, make it bold, go bold with it, and see what happens, because it's always good. Okay, I think that's enough ranting for this evening. I think we got what we needed to get there, but we're going to do a little bit of soothing breath because, again, I've been committed again to doing the breath in the morning. So I will open it up or let everyone know when that is so you can join me if ever you're free, because it's making a huge difference on whoever's joining me and myself included, because we know what to do. And sometimes, we do a little bit or we do it ourselves, but when we commit and do, even 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of this practice, it's just so good. It's anything you can do. Yes, we exercise, we walk, we do all these other things, but something about arranging the breath in an order and harmony, and even using your voice, like when we chant a little bit, when we use our voice, it does something to you. I know this, we all know this, but when I've been doing it now every single day, I'm like, oh yeah, what was I doing? Why was I not doing this again? Or every 3 days, or, what? Yeah, every day makes a huge difference. Like, life is more joyful when you start with harmony and, just moving the breath. I think moving the breath is important as well. Okay, so we're going to do more, because again, we want a strong container in order to be able to do these things as well. Your concepts of self, your imagining, all these things, you need a strong container. You can't be a leaky container. You have to work on your nervous system and your containment of things. Okay, so we're going to inhale into our chest and hold the breath. And inhale a little bit more. A little bit more. Keep adding more. It should be a little uncomfortable, stretching into your rib cage, your upper back, your chest, your collarbones. Hold the breath. Root lock now. Smile. Tongue is up. You can close your eyes if you'd like. And exhale through the nose gracefully. And catch that feeling of relief. You feel the release in your body. Maybe even blissful. Okay, if you want to keep your eyes closed, you can, but looking straight ahead, inhale into the chest and hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, adding more, nice and smooth, more love, more harmony, more joy, more light, a little bit more. Hold it, shoulders down, root lock, squeeze it up, smile, close your eyes, tongue is up. Containment, and exhale gracefully through the nose. Enjoy that bliss. Notice what you notice. We do it one more time, looking straight ahead, inhaling into the chest. Hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, adding more, adding more. There's always more. More light, a little bit more. You can do it, stretch. Even if you don't feel like you're inhaling, a little bit more. One more. Now hold, shoulders down, root lock, squeeze it up, smile, tongue is up. Exhale gracefully. Return to an easy breath. Enjoy. Notice this harmony, love, awareness. We're going to join all of our fingertips together, put a little bit of pressure, not like super pressure, but a little bit of pressure on your fingertips. Relax your shoulders and your elbows to your sides so your fingertips are at your solar plexus. If you can make a taquito tongue, a little taco tongue, you do that. If you can't, you just put your tongue to the bottom teeth and you make a little sippy mouth like you have a red straw, a little tiny red coffee straw. Or you inhale through the circle tongue and you exhale through the nose. Inhaling through the tongue at your own pace, belly, rib cage, chest. and exhaling through the nose. Keep going. This is a breath for the liver. It's good for heat. If there's any kind of heat, if it's hot outside, if you're hot after working out or hot after being angry, this is a very good breath. Sitali Pranayam. Cooling down and slowing down. One more inhale through the tongue. Pull the tongue, swallow. Exhale, nose. Inhale, nose. Hold the breath for a moment. Exhale. Inhale, reach up if you can. Look up. And then just shake your wrists as you exhale. Inhale and exhale, just clearing it out for a second. We're going to use a little sound. Let's do bee, buzzing bee. So you're going to plug your, just a sec before you do it, you're going to plug your ears, like press the little flap in with your thumbs, and your hands reach over your head. Your middle fingers are in line with your pituitary pineal. And you're going to do an internal om. And you want to, but it's like, it's humming. So low to high. So you want to sound like, yeah, like, and you can press a little, like move your thumbs a little to get a little vibrations. You can make your sound different. 3 times, full breath at your own pace. When you're done, pop your thumbs out. Okay, let's go. Mm. 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 Sit when you're done and notice what you notice. And imagine you used and applied these tools whenever anything happens in the day. What we were talking about earlier, anything sets you off, throws you off, makes you feel weird, or you're not sure. Imagine you went by yourself and did this and felt that vibration, cleared the stuff out, and then reset and did something. It's easy to drop in. It's easy to do these things. We just have to remember to do them. Okay. Last thing I think we're going to do is the imperceptible breath. I made up that name. But it's because you want to slow down your breath as much as you can. So your tongue is up, everything is relaxed. You're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Belly, rib cage, chest, a flowing, smooth breath, but slow, slow, slow. Like if I was looking at you, I wouldn't be able to see that you're breathing. You want to be on the edge of stress. So like it makes you want to like take a really deep breath, but try to control yourself that you're not going to do that. We're only going to do a couple of rounds. You can slow your breath down sometimes to 1 breath a minute. Oh gosh, don't make that a challenge, but you could. You can make it a challenge, but you don't want to stress yourself, but you want to stress yourself a little bit. So you're stressed, but you're not stressed. So you got to play with that line for yourself. So I'm going to look at our timer and we're going to imperceptible breath. So it just looks like nothing's happening, but you're very slow. You can close your eyes and very slow breath. Like you don't want to move the hair in your nose with the breath. Like you're sneaking the air in. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Try not to gulp the air. Just smooth it back out to a natural breath. Bring your hands on your heart. Just taking a moment in immense gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for being aware, for showing up for yourself, for being loving, for doing the most loving thing. Just tuning into that I am energy, frequency. I am all that is. I am all authority. And spreading that out through your whole being, every aspect of you, getting the message that you have the reins, that you are aware, that you are awake, that you're paying attention with so much love. And just expanding that love and appreciation into the space that you're in. Expanding it from your heart through your physical being beyond your physical body. 360 degrees. Open your awareness behind you, below you, above you, your sides. Expanding it beyond the space or room that you're in into the building that you're in. Fill the whole building, the whole space with love, appreciation. Expanding beyond that building into the city that you're in. Expanding it out into the country. Just do it. Just expand it, not overthinking. Just expand your love, your awareness, your appreciation. Expanding to the continent, through all the waters of the world. Expanding to the whole world and beyond. Through all time, space, dimension, and reality. Love and appreciation and gratitude. So everywhere you go, you've already set the space for yourself. You've already set yourself up in the best way, in the most loving way. Let's cover ourselves in the blankets of love, peace, and light. If you could kindly repeat after me. Love before me. Love behind me. Love at my left. love at my right, love above me, love below me, love in me, love in my surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Inhale for peace, peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings, peace to all, peace to the universe. Inhale for light, light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light in me, light in my surroundings, light to all, light to the universe. Inhale. See it, feel it, sense it, know it. Exhale. One more time. You're going to inhale, look up, open up, and laugh. That was kind of a weak laugh, but I'm going to stop recording. Thank you guys for joining me.